Find new ways to get healthy. Joining us today are Ace Call and Kim Cox from the Peaks Fondo Bike Race. Let's go ahead and start with you, Ace. Tell us a little bit about what this bike event is all about.
Yeah, you bet. You know, the greater Pocatello and Income area is home to some of the greatest riding really around the country, and what we really love to be able to do is highlight what we have as an available resource to us here as a cycling community. And so that's why we started the Peaks Fondo, was to showcase some of the great peaks and great mountain climbing that we have in this area.
So Kim, tell us a little bit about where these races go. What peaks are we hitting?
So the ride begins in Income and then rides to the top of Mink Creek, as you would think about it, to what we call Crystal Summit, descends, climbs up Mink Creek Road to the top of Scout Mountain, descends, rides back to Income and climbs up to the Pebble Creek ski area parking lot, descends, and then rides up Rapid Creek Road to the top of Buckskin.
Is this all at one time?
This is all at one time, serially.
Okay, I'm thinking that this is something that you can't just jump in and do. Tell me a little bit about what kind of training would go into this, Ace.
No, this is a pretty serious event. You definitely need to be out there trying to get as much elevation gain as you can. It's an 80-mile ride with about 7,200 feet of climbing within that 80 miles, and 40 of that miles is on flat ground. So you've got a lot of hill climbing to get ready for. But we also have a single peak challenge for those that are wanting to see what they're made of and know they can't quite get out there and get all of that. They have the opportunity to go and get one peak in.
The other thing that's unique about the race is it's done in typical Gran Fondo style, where the only part of the race is when they're climbing.
Okay.
And at the top of the race, people stop to eat, and then they ride down leisurely together until they get to the next climbing portion.
Okay.
So it's really kind of a social event along with a racing event.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Now, participating in this could lead to something else, something a little bit bigger. What could this lead to?
Yeah, a lot of people actually utilize this as a training ground for the famed race, the Lotoja, which starts in Logan, Utah, and ends in Jackson Hole, Wyoming in September.
Oh, wow.
The timing of our event is specifically timed to help athletes train for that event.
Oh, fantastic. Now, there's something to be said about getting out and maybe not scaling all 4 peaks in one day, but just getting out and bike riding. How can that help us mentally and physically?
Well, you know, generally you ride in good weather, and the exposure to the sunshine is delightful. Biking is a social event, so even though you're riding safely, you can have a conversation with your friend. You get out there, burn off some calories. You tend to eat more healthfully. It's very healthfully mentally.
Very nice. Now, if people like to get involved in this race, where can they go to get involved?
Just go ahead and check out our website at www.4pgf.com.
Fantastic. All right, thanks for joining us today.